Jennifer, owner of Pearls of Wisdom and co-owner of Mainline Pearls, both in suburban Philadelphia, and welcome to Pearls of Wisdom podcast tutorials. Today we are going to talk about how to fix a cable when you've made a mistake without taking out all the rows that to take it back to where the mistake is. So this is Pomona Vest by Sari Nordlund from her book Summer Knits. And the yarn, which is the yarn she calls for, is named for Olive Pure Silk, color Mandarin Orange, and you carry 2 of these together on a size 6 needle. So as you can see, this is a series of left and right leaning cables. There's 6 rows in between. The cables themselves are each 6 rows. 6 stitches. So I'm actually almost to the bottom ribbing, and I have purposely made a mistake here. If you follow these cables, you can see left leaning the last time, 2 times ago, I guess you would say, I did the cables, and this last time, right leaning, right leaning, right leaning, and the right leanings, as you can see, line up with the right leaning cables below them, left leaning line up with the left leaning cables below them. So this is correct. When you get to this row where I've put the hanging stitch marker, you can see that this cable is leaning left instead of leaning right. So in order to fix this, I've stopped right here. So I did do another row after the cables, and that was a purl row. This is a vest with buttons, so it is not knit in the round, or it's knit on a circular needle, but you go back and forth. So I'm going to take, actually I will leave this one on. And I have, instead of a cable needle, I have a double pointed needle, which is longer. Definitely don't want to lose these stitches. So what I'm going to do, let me take this out. It's in the way. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to, excuse me, I'm going to take these 6 stitches off, and then I'm going to put the stitch marker on the other, or the stitch stopper on the other end. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's really no reason catching them because I'm just going to undo it. I could have put them on the cable needle, in this case a double pointed needle, but there's really no sense. That doesn't serve any purpose because I am just going to undo this. So this is the purl row, just of course knit on this side, and this is the cable row. There are my 6 stitches. So it was left leaning, it now needs to be right leaning. So these 3 need to go in the back. Sometimes it's okay if you don't get both stitches, pieces of yarn, because the other one's not going to really ladder down, especially not with this yarn. This yarn has a little structure to it. So what I should do is, I think I'm going to use the tip of this needle. Well, I have a needle right here that I'm going to use for the bottom ribbing. Let me use that and pick these up. You can use any circular needle. Again, cable needle's a little short for this business because it's a little trickier. So, okay. So now, if I knit these first, just want to check that. You don't want to go through all this work and end up with the same result. This is now right leaning. So what I'm going to do, actually, I'm going to put them back and put them all on this needle. I think that will be easier. So now I've rearranged the stitches in the right order. And all that's left to do is to use the 2 bars to knit them. Okay, there you have it. but they're not knit yet. So here's the 2 bars. Now I'm going to caution you, this is going to end up, one of the reasons I did it down here is because it's going to end up possibly a little looser. That should block out, but I wanted it at the bottom in the back. Actually, this is under the sleeve, I think, rather than smack in the middle of the body or in the front. Okay, so just going to lay this bar, and this is the bottom bar. You always have to make sure it's the bottom one. This one is higher. As you can see, they're coming out of the knitting one above the other. So you're always going to take the bottom one, the lower one, and I'm just going to lay this over, bearing in mind that this is going to end up maybe a little looser. I'm going to make sure that I try to use up as much of this bar as possible and not make it too tight on one side and then loose on the other. There's one that's done. Now this one appears to be twisted, and I'm going to untwist it. You can knit into the back of the stitch to untwist things, but I think that's next level with this. I don't want to do that. Making sure I get both bars. Not the easiest thing to do with yarn carrying double, but easier than mohair, for sure. Okay, I've got 2. I have 1 more, and I'm wondering if it's also twisted. I have 1 more. I shouldn't say I have 1 more. I have 4 more, but 1 to complete the front of this cable. No, does not appear to be twisted. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, maybe it is. There it is. Okay. So, find the bar again. Okay, so I have used up quite a bit of the bar, which is a good thing. I'm going to tighten these so I have some left for the other side. Again, this should block out any tension discrepancy. Nice thing about mohair is if you did this with mohair, it would hide any mistakes and the tension as well. Any deviancies in the tension. Okay, so there's the first 3. And is this twisted? Nope. When I flipped it over, I could see that it was purl on the other side, so it is not twisted. All kinds of things could happen when you're doing something finicky like this. Okay, I lost the stitch, so I'm going to let the bar go and pick the stitch up again. Okay, there's my bar. Up and over. Only 1. There we go. There's the other strand. Okay, 2 more. So as you do this, your bar gets smaller and smaller. So there it is. I keep looking at that other bar, which we're going to use after this. Okay. It is a little tricky with this double yarn designating which belongs to which. As I said, much simpler if you had a single strand. And 1 left, and the bar dropped. There it is. Okay, it will be easier on the next one. This is tricky because the cable is pulling it tight, and that's making everything more difficult. Okay, let that go. There's your stitch. All right, I should have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm missing strand on that one. Okay. So I'm just going to keep it on this circular needle, pull it to the other end, and then I'll use this. The reason I'm not using a size 6 for these two tools is because it's going to be harder to catch your stitches the bigger the needle. So you always want to go down. Okay, there is one. Take it off. Now this one, put the bar like that. Part of the stitches are caught. It's the fiber, part of the fibers. Okay, there's my bar. Try it again. I don't normally wear glasses for close-up, but I notice when doing something like this, it's pretty useful. If you have a magnifying glass, that would be useful as well. 4. One more. Okay, so this one, several fibers there. We're going to catch it. Okay. Now I have 6. Notice that they are of different tensions. But this will block out. I'm just going to transfer them back onto my needle. And if you watch my full-length podcast, you will see me wearing this at some point soon, and this will be all evened out in the wash, so to speak. Okay, there you go. All fixed. Thanks for watching. See you next time.